Sukhavadanyata sukham. Kalena sarvatra gavira ramhasa.
Ultimately, tasya, for that purpose, eva, only, hetuho, reason, prayateta, should endeavor, ko-vidaha, one who is philosophically inclined, not, labhyate, is not obtained, yet, what, Brahmata, wandering, upari adaha, from top to bottom, that labhyate, can be obtained, dukkhavat, like the miseries, anyataha, as a result of previous work, sukham, sense enjoyment, kalena, in course of time, sarvatra, everywhere, gavira, subtle, ramhasa, progress. Translation and purport by Stephen Tracy, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that purposeful end which is not obtainable even by wandering from the topmost planet Brahmaloka down to the lowest planet Patala. As far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in course of time, just as in course of time we obtain miseries even though we do not desire them. Purport. Every man everywhere is trying to obtain the greatest amount of sense enjoyment by various endeavors. Some men are busy engaged in trade, industry, economic development, political supremacy, etc. And some of them are engaged in fruitive work to become happy in the next life by attaining higher planets. It is said that on the moon, the inhabitants are fit for greater sense enjoyment by drinking somarasa, and the Pitruloka is obtained by good charitable work. So there are various programs for sense enjoyment, either during this life or in the life after death. Some are trying to reach the moon or other planets by some mechanical arrangement, for they are very anxious to get into such planets without doing good work. But it is not to happen. By the law of the Supreme, different places are meant for different grades of living beings according to the work they have performed. By good work only, as prescribed in the scriptures, can one obtain birth in a good family, opulence, good education, and good bodily features. We see also that even in this life, one obtains a good education or money by good work. Similarly, in our next birth, we get such desirable positions only by good work. Otherwise, it would not so happen that two persons born in the same place at the same time are seen differently placed according to previous work. But all such material positions are impermanent. The positions in the topmost Brahmaloka and in the lowest Patala are also changeable according to our own work. The philosophically inclined person must not be tempted by such changeable positions. He should try to get into the permanent life of bliss and knowledge, where he will not be forced to come back again to the miserable material world, either in this or that planet. Miseries and mixed happiness are two features of material life. In the life of they are obtained in Brahma Loka and other lokas also. They are obtained in the life of the demigods and also in the life of dogs and hogs. The miseries and mixed happiness of all living beings are only of different degree and quality, but no one is free from the miseries of birth, death, old age and disease. Similarly, everyone has his distinct happiness also. No one can get more or less of these things simply by personal endeavors. Even if they are obtained, they can be lost again. One should not therefore waste time for these flimsy things. One should only endeavor to go back to Godhead. That should be the mission of everyone's life. Om Jnana Timyan Dashyana Chakshurimritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadameham Dadati Swavadantikam
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sadhana Gunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadhaitam Savadutam Parijana Sunitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sadhana Lita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namani Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prachayani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashyate Deshasarini Vachakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyayovacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauranishi Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
It's a very important shloka. So in the context, where this one is mentioned, Vyasadeva has written about the advancement in sense gratification or advancement in material life, how it can be performed in a dharmic way. So that has been mentioned. And then here Narada Muni, and also specifically the question in hand is, after that, why he is dissatisfied. So the cause of dissatisfaction is that the exclusive devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not being described. And here, this particular, this one is mentioned that one has to endeavor for that thing, which he will not be able to obtain in wandering about in the, like all the planetary systems and things like that. So now, two kinds of things, endeavor for sense gratification is mentioned. So one kind of an endeavor has to be given up by all sorts of yogis, karma yogi, jnana yogi, and bhakti yogi. So all of them has to give up that. So that is to endeavor for immediate sense gratification. So immediate sense gratification is demoniac. So like that is to be like at all cost. It has to be given up. So if at all there is somebody plans for sense gratification, he should. It is just like if at all you want to enjoy a nice food stuff. So you should go to a place where it is prepared, and you should be ready to pay for it, and then legitimately you should accept and you should enjoy. So it is also something like that. So immediate sense gratification. So one example Srila Prabhupada is mentioning is that people trying to enter into moon. So like there is a process to enter into moon. So you perform your dharmic activities, like accumulate the pious credits, and then you will be given a chance to go to the moon and enjoy the better standard of sense gratification. But without that, through some mechanical arrangement, if somebody is like trying to barge into an area where they don't have access to, so then it is like considered to be demoniac. So in the same way, like so when this point is put, so immediate next point that comes, a yogi, whoever it may be, like whatever yoga he is following, he should apply this principle. Whatever comes by the will of the Lord, I will be grateful and I will accept it. This is a very, very important principle. So one of the devotees who was in my touch, he used to take guidance once in a while. So he was, he got married, and then he got to know that the partner that he got was having very severe kind of a disease, and he has to often take, and whole life it is going to 50% is going to be there in the hospital. So then this is something that he shared. So then immediately I asked the question, so now what do you feel about all these things? So then he told that, no, it is my duty, no, I have to take care. So then I was like, no, very happy about that. No, because it is not that, so, no, like now we are there in the era of, modern era of like Amazon and Flipkart, a product ठीक नहीं है तो like no return कर दो. So like no, that is, no, it is a very very bad samskara, no, that has gone inside. So it is very dangerous actually. So it is not arrangement like marriage or no, these kind of things is not arrangement for unrestricted sense enjoyment. So it is, no, it has to be viewed upon as a duty, no, that needs to be performed. So whatever happiness I will get at this point in time, so that is, no, something that which I have worked in the past, and now, no, I just simply have to discharge my duty. No, come what may, I just simply have to discharge my duty. So this is very very important principle, that if we accept this principle, that I have to prepare, no, I have to pay for my enjoyment. No, if at all I have to do sense enjoyment, I have to pay for it. So then, so that payment, if I pay now, so I will get, no, in the next life whatever I have ordered for. No, ऐसा like hotel में भी जाके बैठ के like order करते हैं. So Govindas पे, no, other not other hotel. So you know, it will take some time for, no, the required thing to come back, right? So in the same way, like most of the things in the Vedic system, so you pay for it, no, and then you get, no, after in the next life, no. So that is what is generally that is how it works. No, very few things are got in the same lifetime, and so that the fast food kind of a thing, it doesn't work generally, right? Maratali. Oh, sorry. Huh? Nice. So, like, not very often, we see things, that happens very, fatafat in the Vedic system. So in the Vedic system, everything moves very slow, like externally, externally everything moves slow, but internally, because everything is oriented towards internal advancement. It is not about, it is, the whole thing is taken as a huge span of time like that we are living, and we have multiple lifetimes, and then we are actually growing through, in our spiritual progress. So this is the picture that is there in the Vedic system. In the modern system, what is the picture is there? So I live only for 30, 40, 50 years, like, in the conscious space. Like before that I was like a small child or an old man and things like that and all. So I have very little time, to actually do a lot of things, and sky is the limit, and so much of things have to be done. So because of which there is a different kind of a mindset. There is a mindset of like time kam hai, like paisa kam hai, sab kuch kam hai, like So but Vedic system is all about, we have time, eternal time, So we are not going to die, we are not going to get extinguished, we are going to exist, for forever. And then this lifetimes is nothing but different opportunities to like shape ourselves, in spiritually. And then when we come to the point of understanding Vasudeva Sarvamiti and things like that, so then also we have the idea that there is no limit for anything. If you want to become the richest person, you can become like Durva, you can become like in the demonic side, like Hiranyakashipu and things like that. There is no like no kuch shortage wala mindset is not there, in the Vedic system. It is all about like you pay for it, you will get it. Whatever you pay for, you will get it. So, and it is possible by your endeavor. That is how it's a very very broad-minded and very amazing system actually, system of thought, and it is reality as well. So, this when it is brought about, like when there is a shortage of things, many times, what happens if the economy falls? Economy, becomes very this one like people don't have sufficient things with them. So, the people don't have sufficient things with them. So like there are recently also few countries have gone through that situation. What happens at that time?
Basic amenities become costly.
Basic amenities become costly. Then उसके बाद क्या करते हैं लोग? लोग का मेंटालिटी कैसा होता है? हाँ? हाँ, so they start accumulating, and then उसके बाद क्या होता है?
More.
उसके बाद चोरी डकैती start हो जाता है, like they start stealing things and things like that. So it is a very the principle of less, so that actually creates so many other negative effects actually. So the Vedic system, like I have everything in the whole creation is मेरा बाप का property है सच्ची में so Krishna का property है so like there is everything is like in that kind of a mindset is actually put in. So with that we see that persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined kovida, that is the word that is used here. So endeavor only for that purposeful end which is not attainable even by wandering from topmost planet Brahmaloka down to the lowest Patala. So now there are different classes of people are there. So people who are desirous of sense enjoyment and people who are desirous of liberation, and generally these two broad categories are there. So here it is talked about the people who are intelligent and philosophically inclined. So philosophically inclined, generally jnanis, are towards liberation. They are aiming towards liberation. So there is always these two categories of people are there. So this is Prabhupada generally uses this words transcendentalist and non-transcendentalist. Transcendentalist means they are aiming at liberation or above. So they are called transcendentalists. So and people who are aiming things within this world, they are called like non-transcendentalists, or materialists or something like that. So now we see that people who are philosophically inclined, so they should not endeavor for, they should endeavor only for that purposeful end which is not attainable even by wandering from topmost planet Brahmaloka down to the lowest planet Patala. So this is a precise definition of a transcendentalist. So a philosophically inclined person, so transcendentalist means like he doesn't have anything to attain within the 14th planetary system. He wants to attain something beyond the 14th planetary system. So that is when he gets this title of transcendentalist. So, and he is also philosophically inclined. And so such person is called an intelligent person. So there is intelligence applied even here, like in terms of science and technology and stuff like that. So that's also considered to be intelligence. So, but then in spiritually speaking, in the spiritual terms, that is not considered to be intelligence. So the intelligence means to discern between what is body and what is soul, what is matter and what is spirit. So and then aiming towards spirit, that is where the intelligence is appreciated in the spiritual circles. And as far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in course of time, just as in course of time we obtain miseries even though we do not desire them. So this is for the beginners in the transcendental path. So they may have this kind of an apprehension that if I just focus on the spirit, what will happen to the matter? I also I'm a combination of both. Like I have a material body to sustain, and also I am a spirit soul. Right? So what will happen to the material things? So it mentions that sense gratification, you are thinking that happiness you cannot get without endeavoring for sense enjoyment. So like miseries also you get. Did you ever endeavor for it? So the answer is no. So, if you have not endeavored for it, you got it. वैसे ही happiness भी मिल जाएगा. This is this one that has been given. So because already he is in the point of philosophical understanding, already his intelligence is awakened and his orientation towards spirit has started. So now he may have a little bit of apprehension, and that apprehension is a logical answer is given. So itna dene mein काफी है, because he's already intelligent. He's already he's aiming towards spirit, and thoda sa this one there is some hurdles are there, and such logic will very nicely appease the person to fully focus upon the spiritual things. That okay, ये तो it makes sense. Like misery के लिए मैं काम नहीं किया, तो आया, तो ऐसे ही like happiness भी आ जाएगा. So and whatever I have worked for in the past, that will come. So now purport. Every man, everywhere is trying to obtain the greatest amount of sense enjoyment by various endeavors. Some men are busy engaged in trade, industry, economic development, political supremacy, etc. And some of them are engaged in fruitive work to become happy in the next life by attaining higher planets. See, fruitive work. Fruitive work means what?
Self-gratification plan, revenue plan.
Fruitive work.
Doing something to get sense enjoyment after.
In Sanskrit terms,
Karma.
sakama karma, sakama karma. So that is fruitive. Fruitive means like the results. They are attached to the results, attached to the fruits, right? And then fruitive work here means sakama karma. That means they are following the rules and regulations very nicely. The first category that is mentioned is engaged in trade, industry, economic development, political supremacy, and things like that. So it appears that it is outside of the karma kanda. It appears that from the section of adharma, Prabhupada is speaking of. And there is another thing is fruitive work. Fruitive workers also can be politicians or they can be Vaishyas or Shudras or whatever it is. But they are doing things with the aim that I will become happy in next life. So one class of people are aiming to become happy in this life. In this life, crorepati banna hai. So another person is thinking that I will do all my prescribed duties nicely and next life mein crorepati banunga. So which one is better?
Second one is
Next life wala, that is better because that is at least he is within the dharmic bracket. He knows that material nature is Krishna's property and I want to become very big in this material nature and I have to go to Krishna to ask for मुझे भी कुछ दे दो मैं भी बड़ा बनना चाहता हूँ. So that is a dharmic way of asking that I want to be a materialist. So this adharmic way of wanting to be materialist is that material nature is there I'll just accumulate matter and I'll become big. So that is adharmic nature, right? So this is dharmic nature means generally so they are like this. Some of them are engaged in fruitive work to become happy in the next life by attaining higher planets, right? So it is said that on the moon the inhabitants are fit for greater sense enjoyment by drinking somarasa and the Pitraloka is obtained by good charitable work. So this is all different destinations which are there. So for people who are pious, who want to have material enjoyment, so there is equations that are put, if you do all this good work, so you will be allowed to enjoy in this way. And if you see, these people who enjoy going to these planets, when they do enjoyment, it is not condemned or it is not here in this bhuloka, if you want to have association with opposite sex, so much of restrictions are there. So much of restrictions are there. And sometimes people even think that itna restriction ke saath mein karna hi kya hai, but then those people also those who have real desire for material enjoyment, they also follow all these rules and regulations not to enjoy in this life. I will follow all these rules and regulations, then I will be posted in the heavenly planets. Then I will have unrestricted enjoyment. There, enjoyment ke liye pay karke gaye hain. So there when he does enjoyment, so he is not penalized or it is not taken as an adharma. So there it is, it is taken as, it is not dharma to that extent that a person will advance in Krishna consciousness, but at least that enjoyment is not wrong. The enjoyment in the moon or enjoyment in the Pitraloka. So that enjoyment is not adharmic. So real sense gratification, real definition of sense gratification or the sense gratification that people aspire for, so that is not there in this this bhuloka, that is there in these planets. So that is why hardcore materialists who really want to enjoy this material nature, so they make plan. So they do prescribe duties very nicely, and they end up in these planets and they do sense gratification. So there are various programs for sense enjoyment, either during this life or in the life after death. Some are trying to reach the moon or other planets by some mechanical arrangement, and for they are anxious to get into such planets without doing good work. No? So this is the problem. Without paying for sense enjoyment, so Krishna is not telling that no, I will not give you. No, whatever you want, you take it. So, but no, go through the proper process. No, pay for it and take it. No, like that. So it is very essential because the material nature is there, and all the living entities are there. No, here and no, ऐसा है कि like आप होटल के अंदर जा रहे हैं and no, there is already like some items are prepared according to the order of previous person, right? And you go inside and immediately you want something. तो इसका मतलब क्या है? दूसरा किसी का खाना आप खाएंगे, है ना? So it is which principle it is? Ishavashyam principle actually. No, it is Ishavashyam principle. If I demand sense gratification immediately, इसके मतलब like no भगवान ने plan करके रखे दूसरा के लिए, no उस चीज को आप ले लेंगे. So then it will become no, it is not a very good principle. No, it is not a very good thing. So like हम ऐसा समझना चाहिए कि like no, Lord has made arrangement for everything and for everybody. And if I want, no, I have to put a petition to the Lord and I have to wait for the Lord to no deliver it to me. No, so that is the material sense gratification I'm talking about. And so they are trying to barge into this kind of planets, and that is no without doing good work. Yeah? So, but it will not happen. So Prabhupada is telling it is not to happen. By the law of Supreme, the different places are meant for different grades of living beings according to the work they have performed. So like whatever kind of work they have performed, so accordingly they will get it. By good work only, as prescribed in the scriptures, can one obtain birth in good family, no, opulence, education and bodily features. Janma Aishwarya Shutashri. No? So all these things. So they will be able to get this only by the way of performing good activities, no, as prescribed in the scriptures, no varnashrama duties. So when it is performed, that is a way of attaining Janma Aishwarya Shutashri. And so it is not that like the modernism, the modern world, what it is propagating, that you work hard, you'll earn money and you'll enjoy. No, it is complete cheating and complete falsity. No, so we should not buy into this. At least the devotees, like who are trying to practice Krishna consciousness, they should understand. No, this is not the system. No, though not thinking that like okay, no, let me progress in Krishna consciousness. At least let them be happy in the material life. No, they are not even happy in the material life. They are going to go to hell. So, no, at least not to save them. So we need to preach the message of Krishna consciousness. We need to preach the message of the dharmic way of following things. So, like we should make them understand that by trying to enjoy in the wrong way, they are only making their situation very bad. So they should try to subscribe to the Vedic system. So, so we see also that even in this life, one obtains a good education or money by good work. No, like अगर अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे तो तभी तो like अच्छा मार्क मिलेगा, अच्छा like college में जाएंगे, अच्छा company में जाएंगे and things like that. So this is seen even in this life. So in the same way, like if you extrapolate that, so even in next life, if you want to be good, you have to do some good work now. No, it is not that like hook or crook or by any way like I will by cheating and this one and things like that, I'll be able to get things. So even if I get in such a way, so that is not going to be like very beneficial. So in this world now the whole system has changed. So whoever knows how to give bribe, they will be able to move up, and whoever knows how to do politics, they will be able to move up and things like that. So such a kind of attitude and such a kind of this one is very dangerous. Right now I may be able to go up in the things, but it is very, very dangerous. At least in India there is some level of awareness is there. So I think I told in some other classes also. So we are doing some governmental works and things like that and all. So there is some extra money like people aspire for for getting the work done. So like in one of the offices, like the person was telling with me, like other devotees also, pantry devotees also go for their work. So then the officer was telling that, like, no, Swamiji, why you are coming? Like, no, you should not come. You send only him. We will get the job done. So, and then next time when he went alone, no, he was asked for some extra top up and things like that. So, and when asked, no, he was telling like, no, साधु का सामने ये सब पूछेंगे तो like पाप लगेगा. So, and so finally they didn't take anything, So like they didn't take anything. So it's like no, they have the idea, and in fact, no, that officer came to our temple also, like, and then he saw that devotees, all brahmacharis were sitting and reading and things like that and all. So, like, he made a comment, so what kind of work you are doing? No, you people will go up. What kind of work we are doing, we will definitely go together. So they have idea. They have clear idea of, come se come, no, like back in the mind, like, no, they have that idea actually. So, good work elevates, bad work actually degrades. So, but no, kya kare, like, no, आदत हो गया अभी, it is very difficult. So in that way, like it becomes this one. So good work, if we do, only then we will be able to go up, materially or spiritually, whatever it is. So bad work will only bring us to degradation. So this actually now this puts a lot of it actually makes a very, very big impact in devotee's life. So following of dharma, what results I am going to get, that is not very important. What way I am working, that is very important. So like the modern system has put this samskara into our system, that what result you are going to get, that is very important. Hook or crook, you get the result. That's the thing that is being put into the system. So but we have to understand that it is not the result that matters. If I do good work, automatically the result will search and come to me. I don't need to go behind the results. I only have to do, what I have to be thinking is, at this point in time, in this situation, what is the right thing I am supposed to perform? According to the scriptures, according to according to the scriptures, what is the ideal thing? What is the right thing I am supposed to do? Whether I will get profit or loss, that doesn't matter. So any example, in the scriptures you come across, any incidents, any characters you can remember, that result is going to be completely flop, but still they are very, very nicely discharging their duty.
Mother Devyani serving Kardamani.
Devavati?
Serving Kardamani. She became very thin, and he was not belonging to some royal place. She did not expect some opulence.
Yeah, so it's not. She had a lot of desires that she want to have many children and things like that and all these things. So but then she had complete confidence. Like if I serve my husband, as a woman, the Stri Dharma is to serve the husband. If I do that, whatever I want, everything I will get it. So that is the confidence. So it's a very, very important this one. If I do my duty, whatever I desire, everything I will get. This is the Vedic system. Vedic system is, if I just discharge my duty, whatever I'll get, I'll get it. So maybe that my husband is very poor person or whatever it is. Like it is, the whole thing is, the transaction happens in, if you discharge your duty, you must get punya. So that is this one. Any other instance? Dronacharya is a very classic example. In the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada writes about this one. When it comes to Drishtadyumna. So like he knows that this battle is going to be finished. So, and he knows that Drishtadyumna is born to kill him. So when he comes like to him, he could have told that, okay, why tum mujhe marne wala, main kyun sikaunga tumko? So but then Brahman's duty is, if somebody comes and asks No, even for Kshatriya also it is the thing that charity, if somebody comes and asks, begs something from them, it is their duty to give charity. No? And for a Brahmana, if somebody comes and asks for Vidyadan, and if he tells that no, I cannot give, that's it. No, uska narak mein jana padega usko. So like duty, no, he has to perform his duty. So this is very, very important. No, one is that fearing no his punishment, no people would do like that. No people would follow the dharma. And another is no people would develop attachment no to following the dharma also. So Dronacharya was a higher grade of a person. Like he was like he knows that no discharging my dharma is a very, very important thing. So this is a very important samskara that has to come into our system. That whether after performing my activity, will I get good results or not? It doesn't matter. So I must perform my activity to the best of this one, as it is expected. As the scripture would expect me, as a person of such and such position. So like what I'm supposed to do, I must do it. So that is very, very important principle. So like now you see this principle, what the principle that we are studying about, we have to work for whatever we want, and then whatever we order we will get in a later point in time. So what all different things like we are actually getting. One is that whatever we get now, it is we should accept it as my past karma, and then we are not barging into somebody else's property or somebody else's what is meant for somebody else. And also we become all good qualities that is expected of a person. If we just understand this philosophy and work according to this, all the good manners what is being expected, everything will manifest automatically, right? So this is just to come to the reality, coming to the reality, this is how the system works. Then automatically people become very cultured. So this is the root of the culture actually. So and we cannot just simply try to do sense gratification, which is not allotted to us. Otherwise, it would not so happen that two persons born in the same place at the same time are seen differently placed according to the previous work. But all such material positions are impermanent. So next, coming to the spiritual point of view, so all these material positions, even if I plan for sense gratification in next life, so it is also going to be temporary, so that is not going to be permanent. So first thing that is mentioned is, okay, don't try to barge into sense gratification immediately. And second point that is mentioned is, even if you pay for it, you will get it, but it is not going to be permanent. Why are you even getting engaged in such a thing? So so that is the point that is mentioned. So first point is for the people who are non-transcendentalists, people who want to enjoy. So then the system of enjoyment is taught to them that don't try to enjoy immediately, you have to wait for it. You have to wait for. So that is when that is for non-transcendentalists. And for transcendentalists, don't try even for the next to this one. Don't try even for legal sense gratification. आप pay करेंगे तो मिलेगा. तो मिलने के बाद क्या है? खत्म हो जाएगा. So ऐसा game में फंसो ही मत. छोड़ दो उसको. So that is the instruction for the transcendentalists. So the position in the topmost Brahmaloka and in the lowest Patala are also changeable according to our own work. The philosophically inclined person must not be tempted by such changeable positions. He should try to get into the permanent life of bliss and knowledge, where he will not be forced to come back again to the miserable material world, either in this or that planet. Right? So now, people who are in the adharma, so they are trying to barge into and trying to enjoy sense gratification. People who are in the dharmic, this one, so they are paying for it and they are getting sense gratification, and it will get over. And then again they have to keep paying for it and keep enjoying, keep paying for it, keep enjoying. So that is the varnashrama or the karma yoga, the karma, sakama karma. So then next thing that comes is nishkama karma. So nishkama karma is nishkama karma yoga. So that actually, if somebody, nishkama karma yoga means what all attributes are there in that?
Not attachment to the results.
Not attachment to the results. So now I do my good work, I give charity. So, and I'm not planning that in next life somebody will give back to me. Next life mein Amir banunga and things like that. I'm not thinking of that. So what is the thought process? Okay, no, कुछ ना कुछ तो goal होना चाहिए ना life में. If Sakama is like, he's not attached to the results of his work, then what is he attached to?
You want to do spiritual.
He want to make spiritual advancement. So Bhagavad Gita talks about, so a person who is performing like Nishkama Karma Yoga, so he can obtain the results of Jnana Yoga. He can obtain the results of liberation. That is how powerful it is. So it will not, when he is performing his charitable work, when he is performing his prescribed duties and things like that, so the result is not like no good situation in the next life, but the result is, it is burning up all the good work also, good and bad things, whatever is there, because jnana burns. Jnana actually destroys the karmic reactions, good and bad. So it starts destroying, rather than producing pious karma, it starts destroying pious and impious karma. So that is how it is a different way of utilizing the karma. So different way of utilizing the varnashrama. So varnashrama, when performed without attachment to the results and with desire to make spiritual advancement, it offers results like jnana yoga. So that is something that Krishna also encourages Arjuna to perform in the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. We study that. So now it changes, the same activity, but it changes its result. So, but then if he has to get Paramatma realization or Bhagavan realization, then he has to increase the component of like meditation or the devotional angas. Those things he has to perform. But at least, this Nishkama Karma Yoga can produce the effects like Jnana Yoga. So it can produce that kind of an effect. So, here it is mentioned that, so the next thing that is there is, like after that is Jnana, so and after that is Bhakti. So if somebody performs Bhakti, so then he actually aims at such a position that once attained, he will not have to work for it again. Like it is once for all, like एक बार काम करो, like सब हो गया. उसके बाद पूरा life पेंशन से जी सकते हैं. Something of that sort. So like bhakti is of that kind of a nature. It is mentioned like yam labdva chaparam labam manyate na adhikam tata. So that is like once achieved it, like once one attains that, so he would consider that nothing more to be attained. That is the kind of satisfaction, and that's the kind of feeling that a person actually has. So when he properly discharges bhakti yoga, okay? So forced to come back again in this material world, either in this planet or that planet. Miseries and mixed happiness are two features of material life. Miseries तो like पूरा pure miseries मिलता है. Happiness तो pure नहीं मिलता है. थोड़ा उसमें भी like थोड़ा misery mix करके मिलता है actually. So जब पिटाई मिलता है तो like अच्छे से पिटाई मिलता है. जब कुछ अच्छा चीज मिलता है तब भी like थोड़ा 2-4 पिटाई उसमें भी हो जाता है. So it is mixed happiness. Miseries and mixed happiness are two features of material life. And they are obtained in Brahmaloka and in other lokas also. Everywhere it is the same. So they are obtained in the life of demigods and also in the lives of dogs and hogs. So it is not that like the life in the lower species, and the life in the higher species, it's materially speaking it is high and low. But spiritually speaking, like it is all bound to this material existence, right? So it doesn't have much difference, right? So the miseries and mixed happiness of all living beings are only different degrees and quality, but no one is free from the miseries of birth, death, old age and disease. So like spiritual vision is that to see birth, death, old age and disease, and material vision is saying that like dog is enjoying the thrown away things and I am enjoying in some 5-star hotel. So like there is quality, difference in quality. आप कैसा है ऐसा like सब कुछ eating में डाल दिया. So there is difference in the eating. So and this drama का script किसी का पास है like that software engineer and pig. Did we put that drama anytime? Anybody knows that? No? So अगली बार in the yatra like we should do that. It is some drama like I think long back when we were in the base like that time this drama was played. Few times I have seen that. So like it is a nice drama like a software engineer is like, walking in the street, is going to meet his girlfriend and things like that. And रास्ते में एक पिग आ गया, आके टच कर दिया उसको, तो हाँ, देखा है इसको कभी नहीं? तो like then this person is telling, hey pig, like no, get lost. And then the pig को like no ego पे लग जाता है। वो तो तुम डाला है like no, मैं किस एंगल में तुमसे मैं कम हूँ, वो आगे करने लगता है। And he is trying his best. He is trying to explain his eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and pig is defeating him in everything. Saying that, So this one, what is it? His eating, he's telling that I go to 5-star hotel and things like that and all. And then suddenly usko call aata hai like भाई credit card bill भरना चाहिए and things like that. And pig is telling, देखो like तुम डर के like जाके खाते हैं, मैं तो पूरा देखो like कितना भी जाके मैं खा सकता हूँ। And then so then he is talking about his mating, like I'm going to meet my girlfriend and things like that. And then थोड़ा discussion में delay हो गया, तो girlfriend call करके बोलती है like relationship cut है। फिर पिक बोलता है like देखो like तुमको एक गर्लफ्रेंड है, वो भी like तुम ठीक से मेंटेन नहीं कर पाते, मैं एक सीटी मारूंगा तो like मेरा तो गर्लफ्रेंड ही गर्लफ्रेंड है सब। So ऐसे करके like so it is a very nice drama actually। And education में आता है like मैं IIT से पढ़ा हूँ ये सब। So then पिग बोलते like ये क्या टी है, like सारा टी इधर ही आके मिलता है। So ऐसा करके like अच्छा डायलॉग था उसमें। So anyway, so like it is a practical this one, and then also like he'll get completely defeated by the pig, and then he'll be very dejected, and his friend will be devotee, and he'll be seeing that like ये बहुत दुख, you are very sad, like what happened? तो आज तो एक सुअर के साथ हार गया था मैं। So then we will tell that ahara nitra bhayam, these things we cannot compete with them। We are supposed to chant, we are supposed to do devotion service, so like that you will teach। So that's a very nice like amazing thought process actually। Anyways, so that is something that is there available in dogs and hogs, and still what we actually see is that birth, death, old age and disease, this is there, so that means like no misery is there. So if even if it is served in a very nice way, or if it is served in a very bad way, so whatever it is, like it is material existence. So similarly everyone has his desired happiness also, like no one get more or less than of these things simply by personal endeavors. So personal endeavors means like what we have earned, that only we will get. And towards the end we cannot change. We cannot try to change that. So endeavors must be like in the terms of dharmic endeavors. So even if they are obtained, they can be lost again. One should not therefore waste time with these flimsy things. One should endeavor to go back to Godhead. That should be the mission of everyone's life. Right? So everyone should think that how can I actually attain the lotus feet of the Lord? How can I make spiritual advancement? So that should be the goal. And if that is the goal, so then naturally we'll be inspired to perform more and more devotional service. Okay? So with this I pause today's discussion. Any questions, comments you can take.
Thank you for the wonderful talk. You're giving this analogy given by Prahlad Maharaj, like the dukh comes without doing yatna, similarly sukh comes. But at times it seems not very clear how this is actually happening, because in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna mentions two kinds of people. Once he mentions those who are atmarati, tasya karyam na vidati, they don't have any prescribed duties to perform. But on the other hand, he also mentions that without working one cannot maintain even his body. Similarly, for Vaishyas, they are also generating profit. So if with this mentality, like it seems that the profit is destined, so the endeavor will be affected. So can you please enlighten?
See this, the first thing that you mentioned is transcendentalists. So they are not expected to perform prescribed duties, because they have transcended the prescribed duties. So the moment you lose taste for gaining any material profit. So then immediately no, आपको काम करने का जरूरत नहीं है. Immediately you are exempted from performing the material duties. No? So work here means it is not the what is it the scientific definition of work done. Like something moves from one place to another and things like that. So sadhu also works in that way. So whenever there is word work comes in the technical document like Bhagavad Gita, so we should always take it as prescribed duties, no varnashrama duties. So like a transcendentalist, who is having a desire for either Brahman, Paramatma or Bhagavan, so then he is exempted from varnashrama duties, because varnashrama duties is meant for only people who are aiming for something to get in the material world, right? So he's exempted from varnashrama duties. So he is not performing work, so that is not a subject matter of contention. And sometimes it is mentioned that he also has to perform work in terms of that is a renunciant performs lights fire and things like that and all. So that is a renunciant, still he is within the varnashrama bracket. It is not outside the varnashrama bracket. Outside varnashrama bracket means like Shravanam, Kirtanam and things like that. That is sufficient. He doesn't need to do the work in terms of prescribed duties, yajnas and daily prescribed duties. That is, he is exempted from that. So next thing is that another people who doesn't do the prescribed work is the other meat people. So two kinds of people, they don't do prescribed work. One is transcendentalists, another is other meat people. So two kinds of people are there. So now in this, the middle bracket, people, so they will get whatever they have worked for, definitely they will get it. But the thing is, if they don't work now, so their future will be lost. So always, when there is a discussion of work and its result, so it is not, right now we have idea that now I do a work and end of the month I get salary. So that's the way our idea is, work and result. So now work and result, when it comes in the this one, the varnashrama, this one, so work performed much earlier and the result comes much later. So that is the way it is. And also another thing is, endeavor is also a very important principle. So one must perform endeavor to get whatever legitimately he is supposed to get. That also we must have to perform his immediate endeavor also. So it is just like two activities, as far as I understand, two activities. One is you have to earn the money and deposit in the bank, and then it matures and it reaps interest and things like that. So that is the result. And then you also have to go and withdraw to use. So in my understanding, I don't have solid philosophical backing for that, but in my understanding that endeavor that he is performing now, it is just a matter of it is not a whole thing is brought about by that endeavor. So he has worked for it, and it is just a matter of withdrawal. He is just doing his endeavor to withdraw the things. Otherwise, he will not be able to withdraw that. So that's my understanding.
Prabhuji, in this context only, because Prahlad Maharaj mentioned about Sukh and Dukh, but for particular some positions, some accomplishments, they might also produce Dukh, that is a thing. But accomplishments depend on endeavor, because in material world we see nothing, by nature everything degrades. So if
so that kind of accomplishment is you do charity now and expect to become crorepati next life. That is endeavor. Endeavor and result is there. So now we're talking about the immediate endeavor. So when it comes to immediate endeavor, you just do a little bit of endeavor, you will get whatever you are supposed to get. So but for that, पहले भी endeavor किया होना चाहिए. So it is you want to get the interest. So first of all, you should deposit the money, and you should wait for the interest to accumulate, and you should withdraw also. So so to enjoy the interest. So multiple activities which are there. When it is performed, all of them performed, then you will be able to enjoy the result of this one. So that's what is my understanding.
As you mentioned, Prabhuji, so whatever
whatever endeavors we are doing just to withdraw it, like it is actually accumulated in previous life. Right? That's my understanding.
Result is like the major thing is accumulated from the past.
Okay. Whether it's money or everything.
Yes.
Thank you for the wonderful class. Prabhuji mentioned that for withdrawing that pious activity we need to put little endeavor. But here Narad Muni says that there is no need to put even endeavor for whatever happiness we are destined to.
Because no special endeavor. Now, if you are a karma yogi, you will be doing the activities of karma. If you are a bhakti yogi, you will be doing the activities of bhakti. So you are already doing the activities. Right? So that is the thing. Like in the Vedic system, no, the thing is that it is taken that you are going to execute dharmic activities. So like उतना करते रहेंगे तो automatically जो आना है आते रहेगा. So like that.
It's not like we sit idly and then.
हाँ तो वो नहीं है. Like Vedic system is that sitting idle is like adharma. No, like no, because भगवान ने energy invest किया आपको ऊपर, तो energy को क्या किया आपने? No, so that is sitting idle is adharma. Doing things which are against the scriptures is also adharma. Doing things which are directed by the scriptures is dharma. So in that karma, jnana and bhakti is there. So you are expected to do something. No, you cannot sit idle. No, that is like वो तो question ही नहीं. You are expected to do something. No, you are expected to do your varnashram duties or jnana duties or bhakti duties. No, आप कुछ ना कुछ इसमें करना ही है. तो वो करते रहेंगे. So then automatically जो आना है वो आते रहेगा.
But in our case, like in modern civilization, we are not executing our karma duties also properly. So even like for entrance examinations and all, for 11th and 12th, they strive very hard, but that is not scriptural karmic duties. So in that case, still like how we are getting results of our previous.
See, that is not. It just becomes a degree of that particular this one, and so if any situation, any good situation or bad situation, like that is there. So it depends on the karmic this one, depends on the karmic balance and things like that. But now because we are not executing the like varnashrama this one, so that will have its effect later on. So we will. That's why it is in Kali Yuga. Like almost everybody are going to hell. No? So it's the fixed step. Almost everybody will. So in this one, our what is it? Ajamil ka last time mein. So in that itself, like when the Yamadutas and Vishnudutas discussion happens, so like Vishnudutas asked, like, no, you people are telling your servants of Dharmaraj, no, please define dharma, and effects of following dharma and effects of not following dharma and things like that. So then they say, like, no, whatever is mentioned in Vedas is dharma, and whatever is against that is adharma. And whoever performs adharma, we come and take. Almost everybody who dies, we come and take. So that is the situation in much earlier age. In what to speak about Kali Yuga. इसमें तो जो मरेंगे आके लेके जाएंगे. और उन लोगों को आश्चर्य है कि लाइक कोई मरा लाइक हमको लेने नहीं दे रहे लाइक ये क्या है लाइक क्यों ऐसा धर्म चल रहा है. हमारा धर्म पालन करने का हम रोक रहे हैं. So they were also surprised. आज तक हमको कोई रोका नहीं. So पहली बार कोई आके रोका है. So like that. So it is like that. So it is following up. That is why it is very precarious condition. Even Dhritarashtra, he got terrified. When told that Kali Yuga is going to come soon, he got terrified and he took up renunciation. बाकी कितना कुछ बोला था उसमें से शेक नहीं हुआ. But I'm just telling a joke now. So but Vidura told like Kali Yuga आ रहा है like जल्दी से कुछ करो. वो ऐसा है क्या like हम कुछ तो भक्ति करना पड़ेगा. हम Kali Yuga के अंदर बहुत peacefully बैठा है. So that is the thing. Yes.
So in that it is mentioned that the soul takes 12 months to go to Yampuri, and then in Yampuri the decision is announced like what will be his next destination. So during that journey of 12 months, he passes through various phases. So in one phase he passes through Vaitarani river, which is filled with all milk So in that it is mentioned if that person has did some pious activities, then he gets a boat for crossing and he doesn't have to swim. The Yamdutas, they don't have to swim. And also, so in that case, as you mentioned in Bhagavatam also, you mentioned that if one follows the Vedas and does pious activities, then Yamdutas won't come to take him. But here it is also mentioned that Yamdutas will come to take him, and the result of it.
Right, like, no, this is, like, don't get into all those things. So इतना पाप में थोड़ा सा पुण्य है तो like no vote दे देते हैं, like no, that is all like it is different combinations, no. So like let's not discuss even that. No, we just simply focus on allotting more time for bhakti. वैसे भी कर्म तो like it is corrupted. So we should plan that to give more time for bhakti. And also like we should try to do something towards those who are not allotting more time for bhakti. So then at least we should do some research on the varnashram and things like that.
Ishwarji, the point which you mentioned that Lord has arranged for everyone. So if at all if one wants to enjoy, then one has to petition it, right? So the petition it is actually withdrawing, endeavoring.
No, petition is that by performing your varnashrama duties nicely at this point in time. So next lifetime it will be served.
Okay. So when you mentioned that when we are endeavoring, it's like withdrawing things, right? So things are destined.
See now, मान लीजिए like you are studying a course, now Bhakti Shastri itself, So like now you are studying, and in the middle of this module, previous module's result is coming. The previous module's result is coming, it is not good. Now you have to put endeavor. So if you put endeavor, tomorrow you will get a good result. You will get only in the next module, middle में like ये module का result आएगा. Like that. You have to start performing. You put endeavor now, and the result comes later. So that system we have to get used to killing. And this fast food system is also there. For those who are completely giving up everything and then fully taking shelter of the Lord and becoming mad after Krishna, for them immediate liberation. So that is still there. But only in this class, not any other class. Rest everybody has to wait for one lifetime minimum.
One doubt I have, like something is destined to be enjoyed by somebody. So how can somebody else grab it? Like
That option is given. Lord is given that. Karmic game खेलने के लिए. तो ये भी एक allowance दिया है. If you access that, then you will be penalized. तो भगवान देंगे उनको कैसे भी करके दे देंगे. But आपने access किया ना आपको. Yes.
Like after listening to the class, like everything is temporary, तो समझ में आ गई. But as you said that we have to endeavor for going back to God. The problem is we have so much of time till death. So how to continue this endeavor? How we can do it?
See, Vedic system talks about like you have a routine, you have a fixed time in a day and fixed time in your life and things like that. So what is expected out of you is that you do a dharmic activity, either karma yoga, jnana yoga or bhakti yoga, or a combination of these three in a different proportions, and you should keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. So it is not, life's goal is that not that how much jitna maine kamaya, jitna maine ye kiya, wo kiya. So life goal is that how did I utilize my time? I should put my time in Shravanam, Kirtanam and things like that. I should put these, that is the endeavor is the key thing. So this is something which I am focusing and stressing upon because like this is a very strong samskara that has been put into our system that we have to work for result. So we have to work for the we have to work because the work is to be performed. The work has to be performed for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of God. Right? So that orientation has to be brought about actually. So the work itself is like very important. So that orientation is very, very essential. And minimum to minimum, a devotee should be a nishkama. That's very, very bare minimum. Sit niche like sakama mein jayenge like that it is like very miserable kind of a this one. Itna Prabhupada ka philosophy sun ke like koi even if if he gets something he cannot enjoy properly. So like bare minimum, like no, we should be nishkam, no. So nishkama karma we should perform, or like best thing is that bhakti, we should perform bhakti. That is what Prabhupada's and Gaudiya Vaishnava, this one is best thing is you renounce. If you cannot, okay, you do some like dharmic, varnashrama duties, like that. So that's the option. That's how the whole preaching of the Gaudiya Vaishnava, this one actually starts. So like always endeavor, always pray that when will I get that kind of an opportunity where I'll be able to engage in the angas of bhakti, non-stop, like that. So if we can hit that state, before quitting the body, so then that is a very, very good state, Like if I keep telling to myself, no, I'm doing a little bit of bhakti, it's okay, and things like that. So then, like after going back to God, so such kind of a mindset cannot be accommodated in the back to God. Back to God, like, I want to do only service to Krishna, So that is the only mindset that is accommodated in the back to God. So like, somehow or other, that mindset, I have to come to before quitting the body, So we should have an aim like that. So if you see, there are two things are there. One is defensive game, another is offensive game. So defensive game will never get you into this one. That is TK, like jitna kar raha hu, TK and things like that. So always the ahituki apratihata is very difficult to maintain in that kind of a game. So but if the game that is played is that when will I get maximum time for bhakti? So when will I become fully engaged in devotional service? If that kind of an aspiration is there, so then automatically this ahituki apratihata will be budgeted over there. So any one or two devotees want to share some points, can take, and then we'll close.
I like the point that if anything is in shortage, automatically the accumulation starts, and then the looting and all those bad things happens. So current conception of life is this 60-70 years is only that. So this is very much matching that people has this conception and automatically it will lead to all that thing. And Vedic thing is we have concept of reincarnation and next life is there. So automatically it solves that problem.
Law and order becomes very easy to maintain.
I like the point you mentioned, your friend who, his wife is ill or something like that. So he accepted the situation. So he continued to do that duty. So he also mentioned about the point like the Amazon system. So which is bad.
Product
actually.
return
That is not good actually. Whatever comes, we should accept.
Amazon is still you can return, but in the life you should not return. So divorce is another no. Divorce is another no. So we should not perform. So devotees, it's a very sad situation that in the devotee community, we see high rates of divorce, more than outside community, outside materialistic people. So like where are we heading actually? We are not heading. Not even we are able to follow basic dharma. So then what to speak about attaining paro dharma? It is not possible. So it is very, very important. Before even thinking of getting into this one, what is it? Attaining the transcendental treasures of holy name and Bhagavatam and things like that. So one should at least be committed for performing dharma. So this is very, very essential. Whatever comes, in this one, what is it? Yadrichalava santushta. It's a very important principle in the even our Kapila Dev mentions in many places. This particular concept actually comes. So whatever we get, be happy with that. This is what is destined for me, and I am supposed to discharge my duty. Like come what may, I am supposed to discharge my duty. So that is very, very important principle. Very important principle for dharmic, karma yoga. Like if somebody wants to practice, this is a very, very important principle.
Because when you mention dharmic, that means varnashram, right?
Yeah. Dharmic.
Vasudeva, we have heard like in Viryastas they have to follow some Amritasi, Visasi, all those. In some terminologies they have to follow some things. They have to do yajnas for the days and all. If they are not doing properly, then it is
So
like,
Sankirtan Yajna is there. So like no, we have to perform Yajna according to the age and time. So and according to the teachings of the Acharya. So we are not going to become like a materialist, even if we enter into Varnashrama. So we are not going to become materialist. No, still Prabhupada's Varnashrama system is also one lifetime project only. No, one lifetime going back to God. So it is not a slow kind of a process. So there also like the thing is, no, because I am engaged in the material activities, material activities like family and stuffs like that. So I have to do that, in a dharmic way. The principles of dharma has to be applied over there, and then one has to devote time for Sankirtan Yajna.
Sankirtan here, Karthik Prabhuji mentioning this Shastri that let's say someone is doing Namkaran Sanskar and all those things. So they said like earlier they used to do only Nam Sankirtan they will do and everything Yagya will be performed. And he mentioned there that it is only for Nirapeksha people who can perform like this.
No, see, Nirapeksha people, first of all, they don't do all these things because to renounce it. He has to be come se kam Paranishita, like this one. So, for them, like Sanatana Goswami has given this one, samskaras, based on Harinama, based on the Vaishnava principles, he has given certain samskaras for us. So, like, those kind of samskaras has to be followed.
And there these fire sacrifices and all related.
That may be there, but even in that, like the primary ingredient is Hare Krishna mantra.
But Brahmanas and things like that are required in that also.
Yeah, the Brahmanas who are Vaishnavas, who are spiritually initiated, that kind of Brahmanas is fine.
They are required.
Means, see, if you have to do like it is all about which level of advancement you are, which package you have subscribed to and things like that. So more higher a package, you don't need to do all these things. You are devoting more time for devotional activities, the 64 angas of bhakti in your life, then less amount of rules and regulations apply to you. And if you spend less time in that, and if you spend more time on the material activities, then more amount of rules and regulations applies to you. Like that. So, but what is prescribed for devotees, especially the Gaudiya Vaishnava devotees, is that even if you become grahastha, don't become like a materialist. So, like, still budget a good amount of time for angas of bhakti, and just a matter of duty, you just execute your like varnashrama, this one, whatever duties are there, just as a matter of duty, just execute. And your primary business is to attain the lotus feet of the Lord. That is how the orientation is given in our parampara. So accordingly, like you will find that there is less of the Vedic rules and regulations are implemented in our samskaras. So because the system itself is designed like that. The system itself is designed for going back to Godhead. And uske liye, like it is taken that you will budget more time for angas of bhakti. So then automatically all other rules and regulations are simplified.
And even thinking about one book also, I think by Gopal Goswami or someone, they said all the list how one is to perform this.
Yeah. Sanatana Goswami ka hai, and I think Gopal Goswami ka भी like. So I have not done much of research in that direction. मुझे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगा.
Like we are not supposed to read those books. Only Grihasthas, Brahmanas, they should be reading, and then they should be.
Yeah. So they will. There are like if that is also a very nice thing. If somebody wants to become a grahastha and want to be a full-time nice devotee, so then different devotees have to take up these occupations. They have to study these things, and they can help the community. By the way of performing these samskaras and things like that. Actually, we have an ecosystem. We don't need this material ecosystem. We don't need this material money and transactions and things like that. So more and more people get awakened to this reality, and then understand our own ecosystem, our own economy. So then it will become very solid. Nobody can shake our community actually. So because we don't understand our economy and we depend on the Asurika economy, so now anything happens in the world, we are affected and things like that, and we have to study the latest technology and stuff like that and all. So it is not necessary actually. We have our own ecosystem. So at least the Grahastha aspirants should come together and gather all these things. So I was telling that we read that Brahmacharya and Krishna consciousness book. All brahmacharis sit together and read, and sometimes some Grahastha devotees also join. So in that, because the principles, it's all Bhagavatam and things like that, And then when I was telling to my seniors, they told, no, what are the Grahasthas doing here? They should write another book, from this one, Grahastha and Krishna consciousness. So this is different set of principles, different kind of an orientation. Yeah, same Shravanam Kirtanam, all these things will be there, but the combination is different. It has to be done in a different way actually. So for the Grahasthas, it is very essential. The Bhagavad principles remain the same, but the rest of the principles, how to actually discharge the Varnashrama duties, how to actually perform the samskaras and things like that. So those things and all are very essential, and how to actually set up an economic system so that our future Grahasthas will not go out and work in this demonic environment. So these are all things that needs to be researched, and it is very, very great treasure. And recently I was hearing Prabhupada lecture where Prabhupada was telling that this modern economy on all these things, missions and stuff like that, have started 100 years before, and it will be there for another 100 years. It cannot last long. Prabhupada was very emphatic about it. It cannot last long. So Prabhupada bata ke already 50 years ho gaya. Aur 50 saal mein sab khatam ho jayega. So it is and Prabhupada also told that people will join our Varnashram communities in millions. So where are the communities to join? Because kiya hi nahi hum log actually. So it is very, very essential that intelligent people put their mind. So what is the one major problem? Still all the practices are there intact in India. So to a great extent it is still intact. But the major problem is all the intelligent people from the villages and towns, they move to the city, and they are engaged in the asuric activity. And the Vedic scientific activities, they are suffering because of lack of intelligence, lack of intelligent people, being there. So it is very essential that we have to do this research and then again, start back the system in a proper way. Otherwise, 50 saal ke baad kuch bhi nahi bachega. So even if you are Grahastha, you want to become Grahastha, what will happen to your children? Just imagine about it. It will be a very dark future. So one has to do this thing. It's a very, very great need that is there. One has to do this. So Bhagavatam class, here we mix both syllabus, Brahmachari syllabus, Grahastha syllabus, all syllabus we mix. But then we need to have separate sessions where we study about our own syllabus. So both important. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, भागवतम की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय.
Thank you very much for such a wonderful class. So let's thank Prabhuji and pray for them by loudly chanting one time Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Who are all expected to go there? Anatolji and few devotees from there. Bhairav Prabhu and